Everybody, welcome back to Prescription Bourbon. I'm DMC from Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm going to be doing a blind flight challenge of all three of the new Bardstown Bourbon Company Origin whiskeys. Two bourbons and a rye, taste them blind, see how they rate. Alright, so I've previously reviewed all three of these bottles individually, and we have basically their Origin High Rye Bourbon, which has 36% rye in the mash bill. We have the Origin Bottled in Bond Wheated Bourbon, which has a wheated mash bill. And then we have the Origin Rye Whiskey, which has a 95% rye, 5% malted barley mash bill. So, as I said, we have two bourbon whiskeys and a rye. So, all right, I've got these poured already. I've got them mixed up, so I don't know which one's which. I'm going to go through, give them a nose, give them a taste, and just tell you how I like them today. Your taste may vary, but we'll see how mine is today. So, all right, on this first one, getting a little bit of a sweet note on that, a little bit of oak. Nothing strong at all. Very, very subdued. Middle glass here. Very similar. A little bit of sweet. A little bit of oak on that. One thing to keep in mind: all three of these are 6-year-old whiskeys. So they're all the same age, and the Bottled in Bond is obviously 100 proof, but the other two, the Straight Rye Whiskey and the High Rye Bourbon, are both 96 proof, so just slightly lower than the Bottled in Bond. This one has more of a rye nose on it to me, so we'll see. Hopefully it's not the wheated bourbon, but has some of the sweet in there also. I'd say it's the strongest of the three noses. Nice nose on it. Tad bit of breadiness on B. A little bit of spearmint on C. So, all right, we're going for a taste. Glass A. Cheers. Sweet right up front, for sure. Spice is there. It's nice and pleasant. The spice is just on the top of the tongue. It's not really all over, but it's a cinnamon spice. Sweetness is probably a brown sugar sweetness. Tad bit drying on the back end there, just as I'm talking and it's finishing up. The spice is still lingering though, so the finish is a good medium long finish. The sweetness did hit the front of the tongue quickly, dissipated. The spice came. It's lingering, but that little bit of dryness kicking in there at the end. So, all right, Class B. Sweet on the front of the tongue on this one also. Could be a buildup of spice, but it seems a little spicier than A. I'll have to rinse my palate and go through and taste them in the reverse order, but very similar experience. The sweetness up front, the spice is there. It's mostly on the top of the tongue also. It's still lingering. I don't think I get the dryingness as much on that one as I got on A, but yeah, very nice. So A and B, very similar experience, honestly. So give C a taste. Cheers. Yeah, C Doesn't have the sweetness that A and B does do. It has some sweetness there, but it's not a brown sugar sweetness. It's just a sugary sweetness. The spice is more all over the tongue, over the mouth. It's not as concentrated just on the top of the roof of the mouth or top of the tongue. But yeah, the spice is definitely subdued though. A lot less spiciness than A and B did. So, all right, all very interesting, all very nice. I'm going to go back through, taste them one more time in reverse order. I'm going to wait just a second here. If I have to guess right now, though, I think this is the rye. In fact, I hope they're not in the same order as the bottle here, but that happens sometimes. I think this is the rye. It stands out to me as being rye forward. No better or worse on the taste or the aroma. The aroma is a little bit stronger than the other two. So, but the spiciness is a little bit more subdued. So, we'll see. All right. Give my tongue a slight rest there. Go back through, nose them and taste them again. In the reverse order, go CBA. Yeah, C has a little bit of a spearmint on the nose. B has a little bit of breadiness on the nose. And A is similar to B. It doesn't have the breadiness so much, but it's similar to B, but a little bit more subdued. So I think B overpowers it on the nose. You go through and give them a taste. Let's see. Cheers. Yeah, there is some sweetness on C. There is spice that's all over the tongue, all over the mouth. It's not very strong at all though. It's very, very subdued spice. I think it's the same, cinnamony spice that I'm getting all of them. I did detect a tinge of dryingness on this one also there at the end, but yeah, nice, easy sipper. Wasn't hot. None of these were hot. None of these went down strong. I mean, they're all, like I say, 9600 proof, so they're actually pretty nice, and easy drinkers for that proof point. So C's nice. Give B a taste. Same results there. The spice didn't seem actually as much stronger than C as I thought it was going to be. But it is concentrated at the top of the tongue. The sweetness is a brown sugary sweetness on the front of the tongue. Yeah. So honestly, though, those are neck and neck. I think A is the spicier of the three. The nose is just subdued. Wow. It's going to be hard to rate these things. They're all good. They're all very close to each other. I'm going to go through and just taste them again here quickly and pick one. It's nice. All right, I'm going to push B back right here. Definitely enjoyed C better than B. Actually, I am pulling out a little bit of the sweetness on the nose on A right now. I'm going to give the edge to A. Yeah, these are all three a little different than each other. The breadiness on the nose on B is something that I get all the time. It's not necessarily off-putting, but it's not something that I look for or love. It's it's just something to deal with, and it's there. The nose on C is more interesting. It's got a little bit more of the evergreen or spearmint or some kind of a note there. So I think that is the rye. For being the rye, this is the least spicy of the three. It's actually a damn nice sip. Easy sip. The nose is pleasant, especially if you like that spearmint or evergreen on that. That has been growing on me this last year or so. Something I didn't used to like, but I found myself enjoying it. So that's a nice sip. But this A definitely has that brown sugar sweetness. It has a spice. It has a little bit of the oak on there. The oak dryingness is borderline. I don't think it's borderline too much. It's noticeable, but it's not too drying. And it's something that kicks in, but the spice lingers and on the finish and all that. So I don't know. It's just I'm enjoying A. I'm enjoying C. B, I think is clearly my third place. And A and C are neck and neck, but I'm going with A as my favorite. All right, let's look at these real quick. And remember, everybody, hit that like button, hit subscribe, leave some comments down below. I know people have been slowly finding these across the country. They're not available everywhere. I think what I say in my other videos, 24 states this year. Is going to be expanding. You should be able to find these online, though. Hopefully you can get them shipped to your state. I know here in Kentucky, they've come and gone a couple of times. So I hope that keeps happening. I hope they don't just disappear for this first batch until they come out with another batch. This is supposed to be a standard release of theirs. So, but people are hunting them right now. So yeah, let me know if you have found them, which ones you like, if you enjoy them, if you don't. I think they're a great price point. Great sippers. All right, so third place, which is Class B, is the Bottled and Bond. So I have a feeling these glasses are in the same order as the bottles here. What I'm calling second place is Glass C, and that is the rye. And my favorite today is Glass A, which is the High Rye Bourbon. So, yeah. So these are actually in order, even though I'd mixed them up. I mean, they fell in the same order. So, yeah. The nose on this, I don't know if I had let it breathe too long or whatnot, but it's in there. As I keep coming back around to it, I am pulling out that brown sugar sweetness on the nose. It's got a great sweetness, a great spiciness. Great finish. You know, a little bit of oak on that. It's a very, very nice sip. The rye is super interesting. 95% rye, 5% malted barley. Great sip. Nice rye nose. I think that's got a lot of potential going forward. And that's Bottle and Bond, which is a wheated bourbon, was actually very similar to A on the taste and the finish and all that. It's just that to me the nose had that you know, had that breadiness on the nose. So, but the spice level of A and B, I think are very similar. And being a wheated, I would expect that the spice level on B to just be on the top or the edges of the tongue. Surprised that A is that way also. It just seems to be on the top of the tongue. But yeah, super enjoyable. All right, appreciate you watching. Remember, everybody, all bourbon is whiskey, but all whiskey is not bourbon. The best bourbon comes from Kentucky. Cheers.